Carter Sports family, Carter Sports gang. Mr. Fighter on Forever's in the building. And today, we talking about that great college football that's being played across America right now. Ain't college football hella lit? College football lit. College football being past the NFL for me, right? And college football, you never know from week to week. You find out quick. Teams and players and fans get humble quick in college football. Soon as you think that you own to something, you not. Soon as you think you something and you start feeling yourself, you not, right? So let's start right at the top of the rankings. We gonna start right at the top. Georgia playing Kentucky. Georgia posts to smash Kentucky. No questions, no buts. South Carolina just smashed Kentucky. No questions, no buts, right? Georgia come out here looking shaky. The Kentucky defense had Georgia looking shook, right? That didn't look like no national championship type of offense. I don't care. That didn't look like no national championship type of offense. You shouldn't be able to get locked up like that against Kentucky on your worst day. So I don't know. Georgia looking kind of shaky right now. They came out fumbling balls, dropping passes like they wasn't ready. Like they was looking ahead to next week or something. You know what I'm saying? But I look ahead next week. I think they got a bye. It ain't like they playing Bama next week or something. Ole Miss or Tennessee. Nah, they got a bye. Was they looking forward to a bye? Or was it just one of them games? I might be overreacting because every team deserves a mulligan. Every team have one game in the season where they ain't got it. They ain't their usual self. And I will give Georgia this credit. Championship teams do figure out how to win the games that they don't supposed to win. How to win the games that they play horrible. So I give Georgia this mulligan. But Georgia, I'm watching you. I'm going to give y'all the benefit of the doubt of that one game mulligan. But the way that offense looked, I'm watching y'all. It seemed like that offense can be had. It seemed like if you got a great defensive plan, you could cause Carson Beck and Georgia some problems, right? I'm telling y'all, Clemson ain't nothing, right? So sometimes it be false bravado. Sometimes teams be false feeling themselves because the name of the jersey who they beat. But college teams is different every year from year to year. One year a team could be a national championship level. And the next year, even with the majority of the same players, be trash. It could be like that sometime, right? So Georgia, I'm watching close. Let's go to number 2. Texas look real. I know it's against Texas San Antonio, but the eye test them dudes out there, you got to watch for Texas, man. They got Steve Sarkisian. He come from that Pete Carroll tree. He got the pedigree. He been He been around for a long time. He's a great offensive coordinator, right? You got Lincoln Riley. You got Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, Chip Kelly. He's in that conversation. So their offense always going to pose a problem. And their defense looks solid, rock rolling. They got talent over there. I feel like Texas is looking like the best team in the country right now. Just the eye test of me, I'll take Texas right now over Georgia in the neutral site. Easy. That look like that would be easy money for Texas right now. Number 4, Alabama. Wisconsin was kind of competing, but Alabama pulled out late. You know what I'm saying? Alabama pulled out late. Jalen Milroe went off, did his thing. Jalen Milroe, from game to game, I ain't even gonna speak on it. Jalen Milroe, that dude, though. Jalen Milroe came out, did his thing, especially in the second half. He ended with 3 touchdowns. I think he had 2 rushing touchdowns, total 5 touchdowns. I think Wisconsin was out some players, but in the second half, Alabama did what they supposed to do, 42-10. So I wouldn't move them up or down. They handle business. Ole Miss destroyed Wake Forest like they supposed to. I got my eye on Ole Miss. I think they could be overrated, but they do got Lane Kiffin. And Steve Sarkisian, you give Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian the quarterback, they offense going to put up points. So you give them defenses, they're a problem. Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian is like similar versions of a Lincoln Riley. You get them a defense, it's going to be a problem. Like Ole Miss, Texas, and USC might be them teams this year because they got offensive geniuses on their offensive side, and now they got defenses, boy. I'm telling you. Then you got Missouri. Missouri overrated. I don't care what nobody say. Missouri overrated. They almost got whooped by Boston College at home. I don't care. Boston College overrated too. They 24 because what? They beat Florida State, right? But if you the 6th team in the 24 team, that should be a 2-tutty that you should win that easy. And you number 6, you trying to break that top 5, be a top 5 team. A team that's basically 24 or 25 ranked, barely in the top 25. That's supposed to be a comfortable win at home. That's supposed to be a comfortable win at home. Missouri is one of them teams that they just ranked that high because the SEC thing. Like, the SEC got to be glazed. So it results in teams like Missouri being high ranked. Tennessee killed Kent State 71-0 as they should. Right, no contest. Don't need to talk about that game. Like, Kent State didn't even belong on the field, but you know how the SEC do. They schedule them FCSs, right? Stay up in them rankings, stay highly ranked. So when we play each other, we on drop whoever lose, right? Then you got Oregon. They whooped on Oregon State 49-14. Finally had a convincing win. Finally looked like the Oregon team people expected to see this season. But that's false gold too right there. Let them get hyped up. You know, Oregon fans, they pumping their chest right now. Feeling good about themselves. They pumping their chest. Why they pumping their chest? Because Oregon State is the team that usually give them problems, be socking them in the face, be real physical with them toe-to-toe. The same team that beat them on 30 run attempts in a row. Oregon knew they was going to run it 30 times, still couldn't stop it, smacked them right in their face, right? Tough team, right? Usually give Oregon fits so they feeling good. But they ain't taking into account that the head of that operation, Jonathan Smith, is now at Michigan State. Jonathan Smith, if y'all don't know, he's an elite coach. Jonathan Smith had Oregon State whooping on Oregon. Jonathan Smith had Oregon State ready, an elite coach. Then, on top of that, Oregon State lost their best defensive player, Sion Lolo Haye. I think he went to Florida State. Mascarenas Arnold, he went to SC. Akili Arnold on defense, he went to SC. And even one of they most electric wide receiver last year, Silas Bolden, went to Texas. So they pumping their chest, but this ain't the same Oregon State team, bro. This ain't the same Oregon State team. They lost their head coach, which was the identity of the program. And in college football, coaching is the most important and vital thing. You hear me? So they lost him and they lost their best players on defense. Oregon should have did this. But they feeling themselves and pumping their chest because they thought it was going to be a tough game and they thought they might and could lose. And other people was thinking they could lose too, but I'm like, nah, Jonathan Smith ain't there. This ain't the same Oregon State's team, bro. So let Oregon, you know, they feeling good, they pumping their chest. They pumping their chest, but this fool's gold what they pumping their chest on. Number 10, Miami, whooped on Ball State like they supposed to, 62-0, right? They don't need to talk about that game. Cam Ward is him. Utah beat Utah State 38-21. Now that shutout by USC is just looking that much better now because Utah State offense had life. They could breathe against Utah and get some things happening, but against SC, they could not breathe. Strangled, hold, choke, shutout, barely crossed the 50-yard line. You hear me? So that USC defense is steady, keep looking like the real deal. Oklahoma State whooped on Tulsa 45-10 as they should. Oklahoma beat Tulane 34-19 as they should. You know, I still got a question mark about Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying, against a real team. I don't know about them. And LSU South Carolina. Hey, that pick six now, I heard that, man, that's really a penalty, right? But the spirit of the rule, like, you don't supposed to call that. You don't supposed to call that, but I'm rooting for LSU because I'm an SC fan. So I want LSU to run through the SEC, right? But man, I heard technically that is but that's a tough way to lose. Because if that don't get overturned, they win that game. Right? And Nussmeier, he was never gonna catch dude anyway, so the block didn't even matter. But that's what happens when you teach. See, it backfires sometimes because you teach your defensive lineman to punish the quarterback every chance you can, so he could be antsy in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So he could have ADHD in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So he knew that Nussmeier didn't have a chance on making a tackle. But all right, this is an opportunity to punish the quarterback though. But what he didn't realize, with that pick six, you don't need to punish the quarterback. The game would have been essentially over. Like, job done. So it's like, I know why he did that, because every chance you get, I played football and I played on defense. And every chance you could get legally, you wanted to touch the quarterback. You did. And growing up, the perfect time to touch the quarterback was after a pick. You know what I'm saying? So that just took me back to my childhood, my playing days, and be like, yeah, I know what he was thinking, punish this quarterback. But you hate to have a penalty on a play and it had no effect on the outcome. Like, Nussmeier wasn't catching that dude regardless, right? So tough loss for South Carolina. And I give LSU credit, though, to put themselves in position. LSU was down. South Carolina came out beating ass. You feel me? And LSU showed hard, and they bounced back. They bounced back with heart. They came back. I know that's probably a tough place to play in. Conference opponents, y'all know each other. So LSU, they did, even though they got help by the officials, they did show some resilience. And me, from a USC fan watching this, like, is our offense kind of lacking this year? Because South Carolina put up 33 points, right? Even though the USC game, we left 10 points on the board. If I'm going to be fair, we left 10 points on the board. That score should have really been 37-20. But, you know what I'm saying? Things happen, and that didn't happen like that. So for my own team, my offense, I'm looking out for y'all, SC. Let me see. Like, the offense is a question mark for me so far with USC. Our defense, I'm sleeping good at night. I ain't worried. But I actually feel like I got to worry about the offense this year. I feel like if we lose a game this year as an SC fan, it's going to be because our offense. I don't think we're going to lose a game because our defense and hold they in. I'm just saying. Notre Dame smashed on Purdue. Notre Dame looked like they was mad, huh? Notre Dame was bad, bro. Like, they had to take a couple breaths after the game. Like, they came out and punished Purdue. Like, man, 66-7. Ain't nothing to be said about that game. Nebraska beat Northern Iowa, right? Nebraska. No, not even Nebraska. Dylan Raiola, bro. Like, be your own man. Stop trying to be Patrick Mahomes, bro. If you that dude, you finna be in the NFL a couple years and be competing against him. Stop taking that man in-game routine, ritual, warm-up. Stop trying to beat him. Like, right? Kobe didn't even mimic MJ this much. So it's kind of weird when you coming out mimicking this dude in-game interest, man. Good win by Nebraska. Dylan Raiola, good win. But, bro, be your own man. This is the time you're supposed to be feeling yourself, become a fan of yourself. You in college, hopefully you about to be the NFL. This finna be your peer. This finna be, he shouldn't be nobody you should be looking up to like that, bro. I know he the best, and you probably want to study his game and have his success, but you shouldn't want to be him out there rocking the number 15. You shouldn't want to be him that much when you rocking his number and you getting hyped like he do. His ingrained celebration ritual, you doing that too? Come on, bro. Be a man. Be your own man. You ain't gonna reach your full potential on Patrick Mahomes jockstrap, bro. Be yourself. Oh, and I forgot Kansas State put a whooping on Arizona. Arizona looked overrated. They got whooped 31-7, right? 20th ranked Arizona, 14th state Kansas State. So Kansas State had no business on that, right? So, and another thing, I'm gonna end this with this, man. Check out this video. Like I said, I was gonna make a video about this when I seen it, but I said I'm gonna save it for after the Colorado State game. Somebody is gonna look like something, right? So, man, check out this video, and we be right back.
We owe them one, and that's just something that's been sitting on everybody, mind since we came back from break. We owe them, and we walked away from that game, as, you know, we kind of left it all on the field. I don't feel like we left it all on the field because we should have murdered them guys. And, you know, they came out with that attitude as they were on top of the world. And this ain't no Cinderella story, so we coming for revenge.
Yeah, they came out with that attitude and thought it was going to be a cakewalk. They saw the reports, 27.5 points or whatever it was. And they got a rude awakening real quick. And I think it goes to show that the hype, the media train, all that, it only gets you so far. At the end of the day, you have to line up 11 guys against our 11 guys, and we'll find out who wants it more, and we'll see how far Instagram followers gets them.
We all came here to play football, so at the end of the day, the millions of followers and fans that they then produced and got, and celebrities that then jumped on their side because of who Deion Sanders is, at the end of the day, Deion Sanders ain't playing. It's those players playing, so those players better back up on what they speak about.
Now, as y'all see, Colorado State talk all that major yappity yap. I remember watching the video, right? And I remember thinking, like, that quarterback, he didn't seem confidence in the little speech he had. He didn't say that shit with his chest. Like the other dude, he seemed confident. I could feel it, right? He really felt that quarterback. He didn't have that confidence. It seemed like he was going along with the script. It was forced. He didn't really feel that way. He didn't have that moxie and that confidence like he was trying to say. And it showed out there in the game. He knew what we didn't know, that he wasn't ready. And I ain't just gonna blame it all on him, but man, he the quarterback. They talk all that smack and got whooped. This is a message to the youngsters. If you gonna talk it, you gotta walk it. It's okay to feel like this inside, but when you make it public, do a whole little interview, documentary style about how you should have murdered them last year, and now they coming to y'all house and y'all gonna get with them. Y'all let them come to y'all home, and the offense to do nothing. The defense was trying to do its thing. Messed up at the end of the first half when they stopped him, got that face mask penalty, but the defense was trying to hold it in till the offense get going. The offense never got going, right? It looked like Colorado, Nebraska, but this week Colorado State was Colorado and Colorado was Nebraska. Basically the same score, 28-10, 28-9. When you talk that, you got to be able to walk that. You better back it up. And you better have a better performance than what that quarterback had. You know what I'm saying? College football crazy. Them dudes had hella energy, right? Got whooped by a mid-Colorado team, right? But good win by Colorado. They backed it up. That was a tough game for them last year. So for Colorado, that's a good win, because that's a game Colorado could have lost. And they like, Colorado State don't even deserve to be on the same field, because Colorado ain't really like that. They got to get their transfer. But what I would say, though, is Colorado defense is better this year. They defense is better this year. They got them Pittsburgh transfers. They defense is better this year. So I can say this about Colorado. They're a better team. They're a better team this year. Even though they got whooped by Nebraska, they still ain't ready. But they are a better team this year. And by the end of the year, you never know. Maybe they could be a top 25 team by the end of the year. I think they can make a bowl this year. The Big 12 ain't no gauntlet. So I think they can make a bowl this year. But until then, man, it's your boy Carter Sports tapping in from USC. It's Trojan City. It's SC. So let's go.